In this problem, we are told that the data represents the body mass index, or BMI values, for 20 females, and it asks us to construct a distribution beginning with a lower class limit of 15 using a class width of 6. First, we'll take the data values and put them into a list in the calculator. So turning on the calculator and going to the list by hitting the Stat button and then the Enter key, we'll proceed to put the 20 data values into list 1. When we get to our list data value, we see that the calculator is waiting for entry 21 in list 1, so we know that we have 20 pieces of data in list 1. It's always a good idea to check your entries to make sure that they are correct, because the saying is garbage in, garbage out. So go through the list and make sure that the data entries are indeed correct. And now to come out of the list so that you don't mess anything up, hit the second Quit button. We will find the frequency table by having the calculator graph the histogram for this data. We'll use the lower class limit of 15 and the class width of 6 in graphing that histogram. To graph that histogram, we'll go to the Stat Plot menu, which is over the y=2 key. So we'll click Second and then Stat Plot, and we'll select plot number 1, turn plot number 1 on, and then come down to Type using the down arrow and across to the histogram, select it, and then go to the X list, put in the L1 in X list, press on the second and then the number 1. The frequency should be the number 1. Right now you see the letter A inside the cursor. That means the calculator is in alpha mode. You've heard the term alphanumeric, alpha meaning letters, numeric meaning numbers. To take this out of alpha mode, we'll click on the alpha key and then the number 1. Now the Stat Plot menu, plot 1 is set to graph a histogram using list 1 one time. Finally, click on the y=2 button and make sure there's nothing in the y=2 window. Next, click Second Quit to return to the home screen. In this problem, we're told that the lower class limit is 15 and the class width is 6. We'll use that information when we go to the window, pressing the Window button. Next, we'll have the calculator attempt to draw this histogram by clicking the Zoom button followed by the number 9. And we see that the calculator attempts to draw the histogram. If we look at the Trace key, we see that the lower class limit of the first class is 17.7. We want the lower class limit to be 15, and we also want to set the window so that the class width is 6. We can make those adjustments by going to the window, and in the window set the X minimum to 15 and the X scale to 6. Now click the Graph key, and here we have the histogram that we will use to fill in the frequencies for this frequency table. Using the Trace key, we see that the minimum value of the first class is 15 and the upper value of the first class is 20.9, or less than 21. The frequency, which is the height of the bar, is 3. Using the Trace key and using the right arrow, we can go to the next class and fill in the frequencies from the frequencies that correspond to the height of the bars in this histogram.